Hi YouTube, Watchify here with another short video. So the thumbnail asked, why buy the famous retro Casio calculator watch in 2023? Certainly no one needs to have a calculator on their wrist, right? Well, to put it simply, why not? It's nostalgic, cheap, and you can still buy them new. It's the classic black resin model CA-53W-1CR, and you can get them on Amazon for just under $22 and for around the same price on eBay. This watch could once be purchased for under $20, and if you go back far enough, even below $15. Quick specs are that it has a battery-powered quartz module 3208, which claims to have a 5-year battery life with its common and inexpensive CR-2016 battery. It's got basic functions like alarm, stopwatch, dual time, and of course the main calculator feature. Casio has this watch in their Databank series, and they came out with a newer version with a negative LCD display. Those came in blue, green, black, red, and white colorways. There are also some more advanced calculator watches that Casio's come out with, which I get the impression that those are not as popular as this vintage series. This watch is of course most famous for being worn in the Back to the Future sequel movies released in the late 80s. Fun fact is that the earlier and now discontinued CA-50 model calculator watch was worn in the original movie and is quite the collector's item nowadays, selling for $400 or more. This CA-53W has made an appearance in other movies and TV series as well, which I'm sure doesn't hurt sales. In terms of size, it's a pretty small watch at 34.4mm case size and 43.2mm lug-to-lug distance. It's surprisingly thin at 8.2 millimeters, and it only weighs 24 grams. For a size comparison, here it is next to another Casio Classic Digital and a more modern 42 millimeter Seiko. It's got a 20 millimeter lug width, and the resin case has drilled lug holes to make strap replacements easier. Its packaging is the simple blue cardboard box with white outer sleeve, but you do get a plastic stand, which some people might appreciate. The watch I got has the WR in the top right italicized and outlined in gold, whereas most of the photos of this watch I see online have it without the outline. I'm not sure why Casio made that minor design change. And speaking of water resistance, I don't see it stated anywhere what level of water resistance this watch actually has. I can only assume it's the minimal 30 meters, which means it'll be okay around occasional splashing, but not for any kind of swimming. The keypad and LCD display look to be covered by acrylic rather than a mineral crystal. And one of the big downsides of this watch, often cited, is that it doesn't have any backlight. Even in the daytime, it's hard for me to make out some of the text and symbols on the keypad that are not in silver. The positive LCD display is easy to read though, with its basic hour, minutes, seconds, and day of the week only. For full date, you would have to press the top right button on the keypad. The resin strap isn't too stiff, and I find it's pretty comfortable to wear. Since the watch is so lightweight, you kind of forget you're even wearing it. The strap does seem a bit on the shorter side though. I've seen people pair this watch with a NATO strap, but I'm not sure how they did that because the space between the spring bar and the case is very tight. I was barely able to put it on a thin Perlon strap that I had, so here's how that looks. On another note, the stainless steel case back indicates that this watch is made in China. So yeah, basically this is a quirky and nostalgic watch that is popular even today. It's cool to see all those tiny buttons on the watch face, and it kind of reminds me of a BlackBerry phone keypad. I like how Casio was coming up with ways to pack sometimes unusual but handy features into their watches while still making them ultra affordable. There are countless YouTube videos and online articles about this watch, of course, and I had one as a kid, and I'm old enough to recall a time when teachers wouldn't allow you to wear it when taking a math test. I'm not sure what happened to mine, but I wish I had kept it. This watch is an inexpensive and almost mandatory add to anyone's retro Casio collection. Once you buy it though, best to keep it long term or at least until Casio discontinues it, as it's not worth trying to sell it on the pre-owned market right now. That's going to be it for this video. If you found it helpful or interesting, feel free to leave a like, comment, or even consider subscribing. Of course, I wanted to thank you for watching, and hopefully I'll see you in another video.